Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon, and we've got a lot of videos today. This one is going to be a little bit of vindication for us here at Clownfish TV, because a lot of people say we're liars. We make stuff up. We don't know what we're talking about. We don't actually have industry connections. We don't have insiders coming to us with information. And here we go. WarnerMedia is uniting Adult Swim, HBO Max, Adult together. And they're appointing a new person as programming head. They're merging Adult Swim with HBO Max. Okay, we called this like 2 years ago, 2+ years ago. I think it's been longer than that. We had WarnerMedia insiders coming to us and saying that, look, the long-term plan for HBO Max, which at that point was being developed, okay, the long-term plan is that this is going to effectively consolidate all of the entertainment stuff that AT&T owns under one roof, and that a lot of these individual brands like Adult Swim, like Cartoon Network, like Rooster Teeth, like Crunchyroll might get gone, and they might just create content for HBO Max. Now, this was before the pandemic, okay, but it does look like they're going this route. At least this is stage one of it. I don't know where it's going to end up. But I'm not shocked at all. Anyone who's watched the channel for any length of time will know that we've been calling this. So we're going to talk about that. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, we're over 186,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about the animation industry. We talk about comics, talk about anime, pretty much whatever interests us that day. And yeah, I'm doing a little bit of gloating here. Not really, because look, I know a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on at WarnerMedia, so I'm not happy about people losing their jobs. What I am happy about, in a weird sort of way, is that this is a little bit of vindication. We've had this multiple times before, that we've been right about things, and sometimes we are wrong about things. And we'll say, hey, if we're wrong about it, we'll correct it or whatever, for the most part. Depends on what it is. If it's not really important, who gives a shit, right? But in this case, we did have WarnerMedia insiders coming to us a couple of years ago saying that this was a long-term plan for Warner. Originally, it started out in connection to Rooster Teeth, that Rooster Teeth was very, very nervous that they were going to get absorbed into Cartoon Network Studios. And not long after that, they had a bunch of layoffs. And they're really a shell of what they used to be, right? So now they're announcing that HBO Max is going to merge, or HBO Max Adult Animation, rather, is going to merge with Adult Swim. Eventually, as I understand it, what could potentially happen is the Adult Swim and Cartoon Network branding could go away. And they're basically just producing content for HBO Max. You've got kids entertainment, and then you've got adult entertainment. We're already seeing this. Now, a lot of the good stuff, the first run stuff, the new Adventure Time, a lot of the new series, they're putting them on HBO Max first. They're Max originals. They've already decided that Cartoon Network and Adult Swim mean jack to them. Okay, so this is just further showing the importance of HBO Max to WarnerMedia, to AT&T. They're literally betting everything on it. And almost all of the new stuff is coming out. Even new Infinity Train is coming out on HBO Max. And then Cartoon Network and Adult Swim get the reruns. They get the leftovers. And eventually, we may be looking at a day in the not too distant future where there is no more Cartoon Network. There is no more Adult Swim. There is no more Boomerang. That's all just cartoon content on HBO Max on this streaming service. The ratings are not good. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, they haven't had any hits in a long time. They keep banking on SpongeBob and Teen Titans Go reruns. Disney has pretty much given up on Disney Channel. Everything's about Disney Plus at this point. If they put content on Disney Channel, it's going to be leftovers, for the most part. So it totally makes sense. So let's talk about this. Here it is from Deadline. Adult Swim and HBO Max merge animation development under Susanna Makos. Makos? I'm not familiar with her. So in the latest consolidation move within WarnerMedia's TV operations, Adult Swim and HBO Max's adult animation development teams are being combined into one, led by Susanna Makos, Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, Makos. Previously EVP Original Comedy and Animation for HBO Max, Makos is taking an expanded role as EVP of Original Comedy and Animation for HBO Max and Adult Swim. She will continue to report to Sarah Aubrey, HBO Max's head of original content, and will also report to Adult Swim President Michael O'Lean on all content developed for Adult Swim on all platforms. Adult Swim's development team, led by VP Walter Newman, will now report. God, this is confusing. This is really confusing. And you know what's going to happen, right? People are going to lose their jobs because it's too confusing. It's too confusing. The adult animation boom is just starting, and by aligning our strengths and organizing as one unified, best-in-class development team, we are creating an unmatched multi-platform destination for creators and fans. Adult Swim has created an iconoclastic adult animation brand, and that identity will not only be preserved, they're saying that they're going to keep the branding for now. It will now be further fueled by HBO Max and Susanna's talented development leadership. They also said Adult Swim has been the #1 destination for young adult audiences for more than 15 years, and now merging the two best development teams in this business puts Adult Swim at the heart of our company's future and further strengthens WarnerMedia as the global leader in adult animation. Walter and the Adult Swim team's genre-defining work, now under Susanna's seasoned expertise, will propel Adult Swim's development process as we continue to push new boundaries and reach new audiences. They talk about how in 2001, Adult Swim was launched. We've seen Rick and Morty, Robot Chicken, Primal, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Venture Brothers, many other shows. It also was very instrumental in getting a lot of anime seen over here. So as part of a ramp up in adult animation, HBO Max in February announced orders for 3 new original adult animated series, a Velma Dinkley series, a Scooby-Doo spinoff, a reboot of the vintage MTV show Clone High, and workplace comedy Fired on Mars. They also renewed Close Enough by J.G. Quintel, which we did an opening. They actually sent some stuff to open, which was kind of cool. For 2 additional seasons, they're doing Harley Quinn. They're bringing the Boondocks back. I don't know about that one because I don't think the creator's involved, but we'll see. So this is where things are going, right? And we were told, again, things were going to merge. Now, that doesn't mean the name is going to disappear. It is a brand. What it basically means is Adult Swim becomes a tab on HBO Max. And you can see, if you go down to the bottom of HBO Max, it's a tab. It's the Adult Swim brand, right? They have the Crunchyroll brand too. We're going to talk about that. So I just had to put this up because Anime News Network, again, some of their people have called us liars in the past. They had to post it. So that gave me a little twinge of girlish glee to see them post this. So I said, remember how our insiders told us 2 years ago that the long-term plan for all of their animation divisions was to merge under HBO Max, and Cartoon Twitter and Reddit lost their shit and called us liars. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it here. And also Crunchyroll. They call us liars about Crunchyroll. If you go back, and I'm not saying, again, I want to be very clear. I am not saying we're always right. We're not always right. Okay. But we do get legit information for sure. We have been talking about this situation for quite some time regarding Crunchyroll, regarding Cartoon Network, regarding, Rooster Teeth. I trust our sources for sure. And we talked about Crunchyroll being in trouble. I mean, look at this. This was before the sale was announced. Crunchyroll is jacking its rates to save itself from being sold off by AT&T. We knew that there was talks for sure. And even before that they were, having problems. High Guardian Spice went missing for a long time. We were told that Crunchyroll anime titles were coming to HBO Max as a possibility. Again, another possibility was that Max was going to eat Crunchyroll. Now, what happened instead, which was plan B, was the pandemic, and Sony came knocking with a bunch of money. They wanted to buy Crunchyroll. Now, as I understand it, with Crunchyroll, if that sale doesn't go through because they're being investigated, because of possible antitrust issues, if that sale doesn't go through, as I understand it, Crunchyroll will probably just disappear very soon. They're not interested. AT&T is not interested in keeping it. They've got their own anime that they're bringing to HBO outside of Crunchyroll. They got the Ghibli stuff. They got some other stuff coming in. They don't really give a shit about Crunchyroll. And we talked about Crunchyroll before, that they were spending gobs of money, massive amounts of money on fancy offices and all of this stuff, as WarnerMedia was chopping, as AT&T was chopping. Again, 2019, Crunchyroll's probably toast. HBO Max could kill off Crunchyroll. Again, we've been calling this for a while based on some inside information that we had, and it's absolutely happening. And again, that's not to gloat, because I know people are losing their jobs. I know Miles from Crunchyroll apparently is moving on to other things. I think he probably knows that time is up. Time is up for Crunchyroll. But while I'm taking time to, I guess, do a victory lap here, while I'm taking the time to do that, I gotta address this, because this irritates the shit out of me. A couple of years ago, we said, it was about a year and a half ago, we said She-Ra's canceled. Netflix She-Ra was canceled. The staff were looking for new jobs. There were no more episodes being renewed, and people said we were lying. So I go out to comments like this, and this is one of many places. This is actually a video that Monday Matt, remember Monday Matt? Yeah, he did a whole video about this. I never watched the video, to be honest. I actually came across it the other day. We'd done a video about He-Man, and it came up in the recommendations, because he was basically like, what do you call this video? He called it, Why It's Important That Kevin Smith BTFO'd Clownfish TV. It's important that Kevin Smith shot down our rumors. We had comments like this. Mattel's not going to make She-Ra reboot toys. We said we weren't sure about it. It looked like they weren't going to. They did. They made very few, and they failed, and they went on clearance after like a month. She-Ra is canceled after season 3. It's not canceled. Clownfish is a fucking joke. How do they still have any fans? Well, actually, Gru 3, okay, and Reddit and whoever else is listening, the seasons on She-Ra aren't actually seasons. We're talking Netflix seasons. So, 6 episodes or 16 episodes, it's all season to Netflix. They had an order for 52 episodes. It wasn't 5 seasons. It's basically 2 seasons, broken up into some weird chunks, and the show was done. For those of you who don't know how animation actually works, sometimes it takes months or years for the final product to air. Okay. In the case of things like Thundercats Roar, it was already canceled, but like 6 months later, they're running the rest of the episodes. She-Ra was canceled. They did not renew it for any more episodes. Now, they knew they had an order for 52 episodes, and they ended it at the 52 mark. So if they never got a renewal, and this is Netflix we're talking about, if they never got a renewal, that was it. But it absolutely, positively was canceled. Whatever they had worked on at that point, it was done. It was over. And, people were looking for work. They said that, She-Ra had wrapped production. There were no more episodes. There's no season 6. There's no movie. The show was fucking canceled. Deal with it. Again, we were right. Just saying. Just putting that out there while I'm doing this. And normally we don't. And again, we're not always right. We really aren't. But I think we're going to see a lot of consolidation at Warner. I think eventually Cartoon Network, as it is right now, is not going to exist anymore. It does look like they're putting all the new stuff on HBO Max. All the new cartoons, all the new Adventure Time, all the new Infinity Train. It's all going to HBO Max. And this is the new world we live in. It's all about the streaming services. Close enough. This would have been an Adult Swim show. Under different circumstances, Close Enough would have been on Adult Swim. It's supposed to be on TBS. But now it's being used on HBO Max, and this is what the future looks like, guys. It's going to be a bunch of streaming services, and a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. It's very unfortunate, but it does seem that they're at least committed to producing animated content, which is good for fans of animation. They're not saying, hey, we're not going to do any more animation because it's too expensive or whatever. So that is good. That's a bonus. So I am going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.